Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
You're a man in your state, man in your city, but then you walk to a gym and you're like, oh, I ain't seen another guy my age that's that much better. Was there anybody that kind of stands out for you that when either it could be high school, college, even when you first get to the league, like who stands out?
Oh, this was easy for me. 13 under AAU.
Oh,
okay, we got a chance to win in Michigan, and we went to the Nationals in St. Louis. We was playing against Virginia, a gentleman named Grant Hill.
Ooh.
They were warming up, and initially being Detroit kids, we like, oh, they got uniforms, they got shoes, they parents in the stands, like, they soft.
Yeah.
We about to take it to them. I'm serious, they beat the brakes off of us. By like 40, we didn't get the ball across half court, it seemed like, for a while. They was pressing us.
They looked like they had like actual practice.
Yes, yes.
And sets. Yeah.
And also being 13, I hate to admit this part, but it was like the first time being out of town.
Yeah, so
we got to St. Louis, we went out, thought we was going out, walking around and
sitting at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, exactly, no money.
It always used to bother the hell out of me when teams in AAU would have sets. I'm like, y'all got sets?
Well, yeah, you're a guard. But then he says that bothers him that he went to Duke, right? Like it's all set. So
I was trying to get to the league. I was trying to get to the league.
For me, it was more Amari Stoudemire, right? So we're sitting at the Jordan camp. I was in college. And like, MJ would bring all the college kids and they're kids, sophomore in high school. I'm a junior, about to be a junior in college. And he's sitting there laying on the ground. Him and Jared Jack, they were both like sophomores. And I'm like, oh, what are you? He's like, yeah, I think I'm about to go to the league. And I'm like, who is this kid, right? That's somebody gonna go to the league. It's before YouTube, before all that stuff. And so we start playing pickup. And he points where I'm dribbling up the court. And I can't throw lobs. It's never been a part of my game. And I just throw it up. He tried to catch it in 360 windmill. And not only that, he dunked it so hard, but he missed it. But the ball bounced back to half court. And I was like, oh, that's different, right? And this is what he was saying. This is a sophomore. And lo and behold, he wins Rookie of the Year.
It's crazy just seeing like older NBA players just talk about all the players they've been around that they played against in AAU. Like everyone they didn't name was dominant players when they got to the league. Like Stoudemire, like he was a dominant player. That's why he got drafted out of high school. Like it's like when he went to Phoenix and dominated with Steve Nash, and they had a good team, but the injuries derailed his career. That's the only way to slow Stoudemire down. He went to New York playing good, then he had Carmelo come in, but the injuries that slowed him down so much. And it could have helped New York did some damage with him and Melo on the same team. But when injuries come to play, it really don't help them out. Like he was a good player. That's why he got drafted out of high school. Like he was a phenom. Like I'm telling you, that Phoenix team that he had, that he's playing on with Steve Nash, could have won the championship. The New York teams could have won the championship, but the injuries happened. Then Grant Hill, like he came in, he was the face of Detroit right after Isaiah retired, and then he had those injury problems that slowed him down, and it just kept on happening. Like he went to Phoenix, he had a little okay years with them, but it was his auto injuries took a toll on his body, and it slowed him down. Like if Grant Hill wouldn't have really got hurt, Grant Hill could have been a dominant player through the NBA. It was just the injuries slowed a lot of players down. It's just crazy to seeing all these players that we see talking. Like they all play against each other like AAU, like when they was young, and they all went to the league, but injuries slowed them down. All one that had no injury history is Jalen Rose. Like Jalen Rose had a solid NBA career. Nobody really talk about like that. Like Richard Jefferson, he the same way. Like the injuries slowed him down. He was just a contributor at the end of his career. Like he was just contributing on teams to help him out to win a championship, and he finally got one out of all of them. He got one with the Cavaliers.
out of high school. Now he might have been like 19 at the time, but still, it was like you can walk into a gym and I was 6'7", 40-inch vert, run and jump like a deer, and I was like, I ain't never seen anything like that.
I got two.
Oh, of course.
One, my junior year going to senior year. You appreciate this, being from where you're from, the nice area of Arizona. We were playing in the Boston Shootout. I don't know if y'all remember the Boston Shootout.
Yeah.
We had to go against this team from California Select. That was my first time ever playing against Barron. And Barron in high school, Barron was a big boy, and he was quick too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Barron though; it was their squad. And I'll never forget this: Barron, Chris Burgess, and they had a cat named Shea Cotton.
Shea Cotton.
Yo, I used to be mesmerized by Vince, and then when I saw Shea Cotton, I was like, yo, hold on. This might be better than Vince.
It's funny that you say Chris Burgess, because Chris Burgess, up until I saw, because he went to Duke and then like Coach Krzyzewski murdered him. But before he got there, he was like Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
Like he was supposed to be the next Christian Laettner. He could run, jump, dunk, big boy, shoot threes, do everything. But yeah, no, Chris Burgess was a monster.
My second one, not because you're here though, but
That's the same thing with Jay Will. Like Jay Will was a smart point guard, went to Duke, floor general, get the job done on the court, but then he got drafted to Chicago. Like his first little few games, he was on the promise of having a good NBA career. Then he had that knee injury in one of them games, and he had to retire early. Like if he would have stayed, he wouldn't have had that injury. He would have been a Hall of Famer in the NBA, because the way he started out when he got to Chicago, that you could see the promise in him, but then that knee injury happened and it slowed him down, and he had to retire after that. It was a major knee injury.
I knew that Gilbert had a hurt shoulder when we played you on the jet.
Yeah.
And he still hit me with a move though, where my knees buckled. And nobody hit me with moves in college where your knees buckled. Like I felt like I was able to hold my own against anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, this cat's hurt, and he still got it.
Because he could stand straight up and hit you with this, like, he was like
weird, but he was upright
though.
He would do it though.
He was the guy that would go hit you like boo real quick, and it's like normally guys get into that low like I'm a cat stance, but if you standing straight up and you can hit somebody with something, yeah, that'll mess the knees up.
Foul him the whole game.
Oh no, you did foul him the whole game. They just didn't call any of it.
You okay?
Sure. Yeah, no, I'm hot about that.
You want to talk about anything else?
No, I don't want to talk about anything else with you.
Off the clock.
Off the clock. We all.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN